This is the best fourth grade group I have ever worked with. They are incredible. I want to introduce all of you to Mr. Paul Hopman. He is a Scratchboard artist, a very successful. He is an award-winning artist. He's going to be here to help you, and we are very, very fortunate to have him. I would like you to give him a Booth Vickett Falcon welcome.
So the artist Scratchboard, it started, it's the oldest art in the world. So you go back into, and it's all over the world. Brazil, you go to China, and they claim, oh, this is the oldest, but they haven't even discovered what the oldest is. In your lifetime, they're always going to be finding something earlier and earlier in time. But that's how it started. And what we now have is a modern day Scratchboard. I started, as I explained, in 7th grade. So in my upbringing and my age group, how old do you think I am?
52. In your 80s?
In my 80s? Okay, 66. So yeah, I'm a okay, I'm a grandpa. So I'm a grandpa. But in 7th grade, it was an exercise where we took crayons on a poster board, covered it with the ink, and then used different tools like a sewing needle, a paper clip, a penny to scratch, and then the color came through. That's my first introduction. That was part of the art curriculum. They don't have that anymore. A couple of reasons. But today, how a Scratchboard is actually made, and this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be actually doing one. Okay? How it's made is there's a piece of masonite or board on the bottom, and it's about that thick. On top is a layer of ink. In the middle, like an Oreo cookie, white soft clay. Everybody get that? Okay. And then what happens is there's going to be a tool. You'll have a tool where you scratch. You're scratching the board. It's called Scratchboard. Two things are going to happen. One, you're going to scratch off the ink. The other one is you're going to make a divot in the clay. Here's your ink up on top, and it's thin. The clay is in the middle, and that's thin, and this is an exaggeration, and here's your board. So what you're going to do is you'll make a little V right there. And so the next step is, well, then we can leave it all black and white. And for the exercise today, we're just going to leave it black and white. This is some of my work. These are prints from originals, and you'll have the opportunity to come up and see this. These are originals. So I can A, leave it black and white, B, introduce color. And I'll talk more about that as the presentation goes on. Here's an example. Masonite, ink on top. I'll take a needle and I'll go this. Scratchboard. And then once you take your finger and rub it across, you'll feel the little divot. Got it?
Yes.
Cool. So all it is, it's just like what you're doing in class. All you're doing is practicing. You're going to make lots of what you think is a mistake. It's not, it's a version. It's who you are. One advice I got from somebody who was very knowledgeable was I handed up and I showed him a Scratchboard. And he took a look at it and goes, and all he says was, He handed it back to me and said, do 20 more. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. If this is something that is really you like, you encourage, you're confident of it, even if you're not confident, just keep going. Do it again, do it again, do it again.
These classes were made possible through private donations to Friends of Western Art, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and ampersand scratchboards.
Well, Michael, it's been a lot of fun.
It's a very nice project, and this is an example of what we are doing in the schools with Friends of Western Art and their mission in education, to grant teachers supplies for projects like the Scratchboard that Paul Hopman is working on over here. Very nice to see the students engaged in artwork. They don't often have this opportunity these days, so and it fits right in with what we want. And for me, it's a real treat to get back in the classroom and see things like this that are going on. And the teachers really appreciate this. Several of them came up to me and talked to me about how important it was and to fund something like we're doing here. And Cindy Clayberg has been a connection in many of our schools around, and we're at Booth Fickett here today in the 4th grade, and they will move on to more of this assignment and a bigger Scratchboard. This was the introduction here in the library, and Paul's going to go into each of the classrooms and work some more with them. So really, really a nice day, a nice morning to come and enjoy this.
Thanks for watching.